everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Why Night Chronicles. We're your hosts, Destiny, Nat, and Ty. Hey, Nat. Hey, Ty.
Hey, Desi. Hey, Nat.
Happy Why Night. Happy
Yes.
Friday.
Happy
Finally.
Friday.
We made it. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you guys. Cheers to you. Cheers to us. Cheers to all of you guys out there joining us tonight. Happy Wine Night.
Happy Wine Night.
Wine Night. And I still have my Halloween cup.
Woohoo! I'm super excited about tonight's episode because I'm going to share with you guys my favorite book, The Secret Life of Birthdays. I love this book. It's by Gary Goldschneider and Joost. This book is amazing. It came to me at a very important time in my life, so I love that book. The birthday book provides an astrological personality profile based on your specific date of birth. And there's a ton of information in the book. But tonight, we're only going to focus on how the book describes our individual personalities and if the book got it right. So when I first read my birthday in the book, I was excited because it got so much about me right. For those of you who don't know, I'm born on May 20th, and that, the book says, is the day of prolific expression. That means that I have abundant ways to express myself, and I'm really good at it. And for anyone who really knows me, truly knows me, they know that that's true. Because of this, I have a very strong physical side that cries out for expression. Whatever I got in me, I gotta get it out. That's why I speak my mind, and I love to dance and sing. It says that I have a keen, analytical mind. That's why I question everything. And it says I'm capable of successfully producing time after time. That's why I'm such a good employee. I'm enthusiastic and highly critical. That's true. It says I have a mind like a motor that won't turn off. And again, very true. And that's why I need a consistent meditation practice. But it also says that my mouth works the same way. And I disagree with that. I think it's very rare that I talk too much. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm talkative?
I think that you're talkative. I don't feel like you talk too much, but you're not like a quiet little wallflower on the corner, like not saying anything. I mean, yeah, you definitely engage.
Right. Okay. And you don't talk over people when they're expressing themselves. Like you don't try to placate like they're like.
Yeah, like I can't get a word in.
Their expression, right. So yeah, you're talkative, but you're not imposing. So.
Okay. So it says that one of my characteristics is that I jump from one project to the next with alarming speed because I learn things quickly, and once I reach a level of proficiency, I move on to the next challenge. That's very true about me. I get bored very easily. I constantly need to be challenged in life. It says the most successful of people born on my day, May 20th, often restrict themselves to one discipline where they can exercise a variety of abilities and talents. As an FYI, a successful person born on my birthday is Cher and Socrates.
Yeah.
So I'm talented and smart, and I speak very well. The best advice, though, that the book gave me is that there are two spiritual lessons that I must learn. One is to still my mind. I gotta meditate. The second, to observe myself. So this is where the talking too much will come in. So, and I have to stand back from a distance and observe myself. Look back on my interactions with people. Maybe I'm not doing that enough to realize that at times I can talk too much. So I guess I will say I have not mastered that spiritual practice yet. Still working on it. But the book says if I can master this meditative and objective lesson, then I will proceed on my evolutionary path. And if not, I will get bogged down in an endless mental mess of unrealized dreams and broken down schemes. Now that was a slap in the face. But at this time, it was. I mean, think about how that sounds. If I continued on with my life and the path that I was on, I will never feel fulfilled. And that, I just can't even imagine living my life that way. So it's so important that I heed what the book has shown me and told me and put it into practice. And I am doing that. I love this book. And that's why I decided to buy this book. This book really got me to focus, and it got me to take this journey that I'm on seriously. What about you, Nat? What did you discover in the birthday book?
I really enjoyed reading about myself in this book. It's so interesting, and it's so interesting to see like who shares your birthdays with you as far as famous people and stuff. So like a few of the famous people that I saw that share a birthday with me, which my birthday is December 5th. I'm a Sagittarius. Is Walt Disney, Sammy Davis Jr., Little Richard. Sammy Davis, yes. Little Richard, these are like really like
you got good people.
Yeah.
Like, you got real entertainers.
And then Desi introduced me to James Cleveland, which I didn't know about. Like, what's up with him? Who's he?
He's passed on. But he was a minister and a gospel singer, and he actually put out my favorite gospel song of all time, God Is. Some people may know it. Kanye remade it just recently when he did his gospel album, but I absolutely love the original. Love James Cleveland.
Awesome. And then among there were a lot of very musicians, screenwriters, very creative people. And then there were like 2 Nobel Prize winning physicists. I don't remember their names, I'm sorry, but yes, I was like, wow, that's like very weird, you know. And then a Nicaraguan dictator shares my birthday, which was very, very weird. What was his name, Ty? Somoza? He was a very terrible person.
Horrible person. Thank God you have nothing in common with that guy.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Oh, you don't. You don't.
So,
I believe him.
I'm glad. I mean, I wouldn't want to be. But anyway, so like my personality description for my day, the day that I was born, December 5th, it's a person that shows strong ethical principles, which I don't understand what a dictator has to do with that, but anyways. Compassionate, energetic, confident, outgoing, optimistic, often goes against social norms, very impulsive, a risk taker, and loves to dance the night away. Just like Miss Desi. This is why we get along in the clubs together, because we used to dance the night away.
Yes.
So basically, like the things that the book got right about me is that it says that Sagittariuses are eternal students, and they're constantly seeking to know more about the world, which is true. Like I always want to remember, as I've said before, I love learning different cultures, different countries, languages, whatever, something completely different than what I was, you know, raised in. That's so me. But I'm not like the type of person to want to read it in a book or read it online. Like I want to experience it. I want to go to these places. I want to
immerse yourself
I
in
want
it.
to speak the languages. you know, like I want to just live it.
Yes.
So, which is a very big Sagittarian trait, is the traveler of the zodiac. So, yes, and I totally agree. I am definitely an optimist. I always look at the bright side of things. I hate negativity, negative people, like Debbie Downers. I don't like to surround myself with those people. It's just like a total turn off. So this is why I love my friends, because my friends are so lively and exciting and happy, and you know, just light. Keep it light. Like,
yes,
you know, there's a time to like vent about your problems, but not constantly. Like, I'm not into that. We just gotta like, don't worry about it. We're gonna be okay.
yeah,
You know, you're not gonna die. It's okay. You'll survive. You know, that's my motto. Like, it's not gonna kill you, girl. You'll be fine.
right.
And then the main thing that really made me, when I first read this book, which was a few years ago, it really made me realize that I do give 0 F's, F-U-C-K's, to a fault. Which is always what I've been like, I don't care what people say, like whatever, that's their problem, blah, blah, blah. And then the book says that maybe I should care a little bit more of what people say, because I tend to I live like in a dream world, like La La Land, and I'm not really realistic with when I'm setting goals in life, which is something that I've always had a problem with. You know, I just go with the flow, and whatever happens, happens. And so that was really good advice, because the book said I should pay attention to what others say to me, and occasionally follow their advice when it sounds reasonable. Doesn't mean I have to do whatever people tell me.
And you shouldn't.
And it doesn't mean that I have to do what like this stranger criticizes me and makes me feel. No, I take into consideration what my close friends tell me, what my family tells me. Even then, I'm still like, whatever. But I need to be open to that, which is what the book tells me. So
the key word there was
like
reasonable.
that. I learned right. And I do need to like somehow not care at all. You know, it was so weird for me to read that, and I learned that about myself too. And then finally, it says that I love to dance the night away, which is true. It makes me feel free, and I see it as an escape from the boring real life, and just put the music on and dance and don't think about anything real, just La La Land wherever I am. So I love that.
Unicorn world.
Yes.
I love that.
I love the unicorn world.
What I feel that the book got wrong is that I'm not impulsive or a risk taker. I feel like I'm very safe. I live very safe in my world, in my little bubble. Maybe
and I'm nodding because I agree with myself too.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe when I was younger, but I was never really like a crazy like rebel or anything. I mean, if people were like, "Oh, let's go on this trip," okay, I'm ready. I'm gone. You know, like I'll just do anything on a whim like that. But now that I'm a mom and married, like I don't feel like I'm a very big risk taker.
What if one of your friends showed up to your house dressed in all black and told you to put on all black and go with them? Would you go?
Well, it depends where.
Yes.
Okay. Me too. I've done it.
I don't care. I never asked.
Yeah, so there's your risk taker.
So true.
There's your risk taker.
Yes. I do love spontaneity. That is like one of my favorite
that's
things.
What makes you a risk taker.
I wish someone would come and tell me like, come, pack a overnight bag, just put in like casual shit and let's go, and I'll be like the first one out the door. Like I love that kind of stuff. So maybe that's what they mean by
risk taker,
impulsive or whatever. Yeah. Also, it's the day of confidence, my birthday in my book. So I'm like, I've never seen myself as a very confident person, but thinking more about it, like I was thinking as like myself, what do you call that? My like how I see myself.
Self-image.
How you see yourself. Yourself, yeah.
Yeah, like
Self-image.
as far as my self-image, and I've always had very like self-image problems or whatever, like not
We
enough
all do.
confidence for me to be like, I don't care, I'm gonna wear a G-string on the beach.
Right.
I am totally not like that.
No, I would
You
never do
guys
Well, you
know.
don't have to be ridiculous with self-confidence, you
But
know?
that's the way that the book like describes it. Like they're overly confident. Like they just like
Okay.
whatever. I
Mhm.
don't
No,
feel that way.
Yeah.
But thinking like as in business aspects, like at work, professionally, or like with my kids, or like raising children, like I'm confident in knowing like if you give me a task to do, I know if I can do it, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna kick ass and I'm gonna be super confident about it and I will get it done for you. So I see where that I see the confidence kicks in for me.
Mhm.
And so if like the confidence, so if typically I feel confident around people that I'm comfortable with, like my
Right.
friends. So you'll see a very different side of me as opposed to someone that just met me. Like you'll see
Mhm.
my quirkiness, my funny, my like I feel like I'm hilarious as fuck. I don't know what you guys think, but I
Oh,
crack
for
myself up.
sure.
I
And
think
I have
you're
those,
funny.
yeah,
For
I feel
sure.
like I have those funny one-liners that come out of nowhere, and it's just like, whoa, where
Yes.
did that come
And
from?
sometimes it's just the look. It's like, oh
Yeah,
shit, she
I
said
don't
everything
know.
with that eye roll.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, the eye roll.
So,
Mhm. Mhm.
so that I
Yeah.
do open up that side of me to close people that I'm comfortable with, but I really do like the advice, another piece of advice that the book gave me, and it says to make an effort to let others into your private world,
Mm.
Oh.
because we tend to not do that. Like we
Yeah.
just close up, put a
Mhm.
wall, and don't let anybody in. So I feel like what I'm doing with you guys, a podcast and letting people
Yeah.
know who I really am, is
For sure.
opening up, and
Yes.
it's a
Yeah.
very scary experience for me, and but it's
Mhm.
so like freeing, you know what I mean? Like it's out there forever on the internet to know all my
Exactly.
stupid shit.
Please stop
So
reminding me.
I came
I'm
out of I
kidding.
like what I really took out what I really took from that book, what I learned were the two very important things about myself that I didn't think I would have found anywhere else. So I really appreciate you, Destiny, for bringing
Oh,
this book into my life.
thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. So, what about you, Ty? How was your experience reading the birthday book? What did you think?
Well, I'm very grateful that you sent me the pages that you sent me. You sent me like a whole profile, like Libra 1, because I didn't even know that Libras were separated in like, numbers and in
Yeah,
dates and stuff.
yeah.
And those profiles that I read, I did agree with a lot. When it came to my date, which is September 28th, there were some things that I didn't agree with and some things that I did. So it's kind of like an equal balance.
Mm-hmm.
What it said for those people born on September 28th, that our strengths are that we're romantic, which my romanticism has a little bit of a dark side. That we're tasteful,
Oh.
which I've always prided myself in being tacky, and
Mm-hmm.
magnetic. And I feel like I'm only magnetic to certain kinds of people, so I'll allow that. Weaknesses are that we're destructive, we're complacent, and that we're excessive. So funny how I agree with all the
Ooh.
weaknesses and all the strengths. That says more about me than the book. Things that I agreed with September 28th, whether unconsciously, subconsciously, I'm sorry, or consciously, whatever we do, we're never trying to be underhanded. And even if we're given the opportunity to do so, we never try to take advantage of people. And although some of you out there might disagree, believe me, my intentions were always in the right place. And if it came out that way, believe me, I've grown. Another thing that I'm going to read verbatim because I love how they put it in the book. As lovers of beauty as well as strength, we are helpless in front of highly sensual people, art, or natural phenomena. And that is absolutely true. Like if I see a larger than life person or an art piece that's just amazing or something that happens in nature, I'm floored and I am in complete awe. And that was something that they got spot on. And another thing that they got spot on about me, we don't have a lot of willpower. So sometimes it feels like we're like a leaf in the wind. Like they dangle like something that you like in front of you and you're like, you're trying to go for it. But at the same time,
come to my house and drink some wine.
Yeah.
At the same time, though,
come
even
over.
though we look like
fuck your schoolwork.
And even
like,
though it seems like we're just running around and just trying to follow like empty pursuits, at the same time, we're very well aware of our sins and we enjoy them fully.
Ooh.
And that was something that I loved about the description
like that.
for September 28th. Things that I didn't agree with. It might apply for other people, but not for me. That we have a seductive charm that can melt a cold heart and bring blood to boil. And I don't know, I've never been known as a seductive person. So I don't agree with that.
Melt a cold heart and make the blood boil?
I don't know, maybe few people. I don't know about the common populace now. Usually people walk away.
That's just for you and your husband. Just for you and your husband.
Maybe we should ask your husband.
Yes.
Oh, no. I know that for a fact. You don't even have to ask him. I'll answer for him. Shit. Please.
I'm like, I got it. Okay. I got it. Yes.
Another thing that I didn't agree with was that we have a talent for inflicting pain. And the only reason why I don't agree with that, because I've always seen myself as the masochist, not the sadist. So I like pain, but not inflicting pain. So I don't know, maybe that'll relate to other people. Another thing is that we have had many lovers over the years. I wish that were true, not in my case. And another thing is that we are drawn to challenges, and that the more challenging something is, the more excited we are about, overcoming. I like the easy way out of everything. That's my perspective on how I view challenges.
You know what? I'm gonna going back. You're right. But I think that's everyone. Everybody would rather take. Well, everyone that I know would rather take the easy. I'd rather take the easy way out. But God ain't working with me. It's true. I'm telling you, when I might get kicked out of heaven, because we're gonna have a long talk, me and God, because He's not working with me right now. Because I want to take the easy way out too. So I get that. I do think that you are capable of achieving in challenging situations. That's who you are. That speaks of your strength. But and nobody wants to go in and be like, okay, I'm gonna take the hardest job.
That's
no,
true.
I want the easiest job. But that doesn't mean that you can't handle the hardest. The hardest job will come your way, and you'll kill it. You'll kill it just because of who you are, your work ethic, and how smart you are.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome very much.
And I receive that because, I'm usually like the kind of person that's like, don't tell me what I don't like challenges. And I get that too. But thank you. I receive that because I'm really the kind of person who tries to avoid it.
The book says.
No, buy the book. Go
The
ahead.
book says my weaknesses are that I am undisciplined and unfulfilled. And I wrote in the book when I
Oh,
bought it, you can't really, I wrote, I want to change this. I wrote that.
and you
I want to
have.
change this, being unfulfilled. And I have. So I just want to say, with that being said, this book is not meant to be an end all be all of your personality. It's just a little starting point of
Yes, it is.
identifying who you are.
And it really makes you think about, like, looking
Right.
into yourself. Like, it really opened me up to looking at myself, which is something I've never done.
Right.
And
Getting to know
something that I
you.
did, right, something that I did want to share too, like even the things that you think are not representative of you, that's your
Mhm.
perspective. You know, other
Right.
people have a different perspective, and as resistant as you are to that, it might
Hmm.
just end up being that you are. And it's not fatalistic. Like it doesn't mean if you're born on September 28th, that's it. Like,
That's
no,
it.
like you were
No.
saying, Destiny. So it
Right.
does become like a
Exactly.
contentious argument if you want to be a fundamentalist about it, like I am with texts and books and things like that, except the
Yeah.
Bible. And but yeah, so that was
You
really
want
cool.
to
And
know?
thank you so much
Yeah.
for sharing that with me
You're
because it's not
welcome.
Yes.
something that I'm really open to, but when I feel like I have the opportunity to do so, it's nice, it's freeing, and it's
Yeah. It's fun. It's not anything we need to
yeah.
take too seriously. It's just Friday night. We drinking some
Yeah.
wine and we
We're
looking at a book.
drinking. And you
Okay?
know what I'm
It
going to do?
I love the conversations we've had about this birthday book. But we need some music to go with it. So Nat,
Yes,
can
we
you put
do.
yes? Because everybody wants to party on their birthday. So Nat, can you put together a
Of course.
birthday playlist for us?
You know I can, girl. I got that confidence. I'll get it done for
Yes.
you. So, but not really. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
So thinking about, like, when I had to get a playlist together, I'm thinking like birthdays, astrology. I don't know. Like, it was a toughie, you know? So I
Yeah.
picked, the first song I picked was a song that's a very Taurus personality song, and it's Don't Save Me by Haim, which is one of mine and Desi's very favorite groups. They're amazing women, very empowering. I love them. And
Yes, I
this
love
song,
Haim.
yes. So my next song is for our Sagittarius peeps.
Woo-hoo.
Um, my absolute one of my favorite artists, Bob Marley, Three
Yeah.
Little
Yes,
Birds. I mean,
Oh,
yes.
enough said. I mean,
That's a
don't
good
worry
choice.
about a goddamn thing.
No.
Don't worry. Every little thing is going to be all right.
Oh,
This
that is
song
so
is
you,
a
Nat.
staple in every single playlist that I have. Libra, my beautiful little Libra. Oh my God, I love
Yeah.
you. Um, Yo por, it's, you guys listen because, you know, it's in Spanish. Yo por ti, tú por mí, which is by Rosalía and Ozuna,
oh, I love
which
Hmm.
is
Rosalía.
like amazing. I love this song. And it's basically, it means me for you, you for me, which is the epitome of like balance in a relationship, like
The
the ultimate
scale.
ride or die. Like, I'm here for you and you're here for me, and we have each
Yeah,
other's backs
always, always.
forever. Like, it's
Can I just
amazing.
say, speaking of balance, I tell Ty all the time that he is our balance. He brings
Oh
the balance to the podcast.
God.
So that is an excellent choice for him. Great job, Nat. I love
so then So then I'm thinking like astrology songs, because we're talking about astrology, and this song comes up, which is No Matter What Sign You Are by the Supremes, right?
Really?
That's a
So
beautiful song.
I don't know
yes.
if I know this
So this
song.
song came out. It's by the Supremes and Diana
Yeah,
Ross.
and I love
No
Diana.
matter
I'm gonna
what
be her when
sign
I
you
grow
are.
up.
So this song came out in like the late 60s,
Mhm.
actually months before Diana left the group. This was like the last song
Really?
they had together. And
Mhm.
this was like in 1969 when like astrology and horoscopes were like all the rage, and like
Mhm.
people were like, "Oh, what sign are you?" And they were like hooking up with other people because of their compatibility with the signs.
Mhm.
So this Diana Ross comes in and says, "Honey, I don't care what sign you are. I love you and you mine." She didn't give a
That's
fuck. She
Diana.
was like, was the first song that popped into my mind when I thought of birthdays and zodiac signs. And it's just a nod to like my Miami girl days. And it's by Uncle Luke.
My
It's your
boy.
Oh,
birthday.
good.
Represent
Yes.
hometown team. Yes, Uncle Luke. I put my I automatically put my hands on my knees. I was ready.
Oh yeah.
I'm not in high school anymore. I'm not in high school anymore. Sit down, Jesse. Your knees aren't like they used to be. But that is the #1 birthday song. What's your #1
Yes.
zodiac sign? Is
Sagittarius.
it Libra? Is it Sag? Is it
No.
Taurus? Is it
No.
Leo? Is it Virgo?
It's your birthday.
Libra.
Get busy. It's your birthday. Get busy. Get busy. Okay, sorry. I love.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
We got too excited.
For some reason, that was the first song that like came into my mind, and it's just like, you can take the girl out of Miami, but you can't
But
take
you
the
can't take
Miami.
Miami out of the girl.
I'm gonna shake my ass when that song
Yeah.
comes on.
Love it.
So-
Love it.
That's your playlist.
That
I
is an
love
very
it. I
eclectic
love
playlist.
it. I love
I
it.
love
Awesome
the
playlist. Thank you
Awesome.
so much.
Yes,
You know
it's
we're gonna be
very
going to the after party, right? Just to let y'all know.
because the first song coming
Yes.
on at the after party is Uncle Luke's song. What's your #1 zodiac
We're
sign?
gonna try our knees now.
Listen, tonight I'm like, oh, where's the ice? I gotta ice my knees down. Oh,
We're like
that
Madonna
is-
after a concert.
but that is the #1 birthday song.
Oh
I
my
love it. I love it. This has been so much fun, you guys. It's been another great one.
Always.
Yeah.
I love it.
Honestly, I wouldn't know what I would do without these wine nights. So I thank you guys so much.
I had so much fun.
But seriously, I appreciate you guys because not only are you on this journey with me, but you're participating in this journey with me.
Oh,
And
great.
that speaks volumes. So thank you. I love you guys. Cheers to everyone out there. Happy wine
Yes.
night. Enjoy your
Yeah. Mm.
Get the Uncle Luke started. What's that #1 zodiac sign?
Yes.